Da 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 da. That's dumb. Let's get into the review now. Spectre stars Daniel Craig, Lea Seydoux, Christoph Waltz, and all the other people like Naomi Harris, Ray Fiennes, Ben Whishaw. And yeah, it's directed by Sam Mendes again, who brought us Skyfall, which is my second favorite James Bond movie. I like Casino Royale a little bit more, but still, Skyfall was an amazing Bond movie, and him coming back, I was very excited. In this movie, Bond is hunting this mystery organization known as Spectre, who may have some special involvement in James Bond's life, and also the villain Christoph Waltz may have some special involvement. That's the best, like, non-spoiler way to describe it. He's dealing with Spectre. We know that. We've seen the old Bond movies, right? Sean Connery, Blofeld, all that. We kind of know what we're getting into, right? And as I said, I was very excited for this movie. And coming out of it, like really, I went in with very high expectations, like this is going to be badass and awesome. It's going to take Spectre and all this type stuff and give it a dark, gritty filter to make it work better so it's not quite as cheesy. And my problem is, it felt like Sam Mendes was hearkening back to the old James Bond movies, and he kind of forgot to bring the dark, gritty, realistic, more plausible filter with him to make it work better. It really felt like Daniel Craig, who was built up like his are more serious, his are more grounded, not necessarily probable, but not so goofy and cheesy. And then they put him in what would be a Roger Moore movie or something like, this doesn't quite work. That is my problem, because it may be a little too jokey. That's kind of one of the big problems. It feels a little too jokey, because he was a very serious Bond, and I don't need him to be super serious and depressing. He was still able to have some fun, but it felt like they tried to make him have too much fun, and it didn't quite work for me. And also a big problem I have with the movie, Christoph Waltz, what was it? I almost called him the Bear Jew. It's the Jew hunter from Inglourious Basterds. That guy's an actor, man. I mean, aside from Morgan Freeman, his voice alone, Christoph Waltz, I want him to like tuck me into bed and read me stories. He's got such a great voice. And I'm like, he's gonna crush it as this villain role. And does he? Yes, he's fantastic. The problem is, he's in not very much of the movie. They give him very little to work with, very little to do. It's like, it just felt like, oh, maybe next time they'll give him something to actually do. It's like, that didn't work. I wanted more of him now. He's doing really good, even though what they're giving him also isn't that great. The material for Christoph Waltz to work off isn't that great, and he's still crushing it the best he can, and they didn't give him very much to do either. I was like, damn, the writing in this movie actually is kind of flawed. I got a big problem with this movie. They're retconning way too much, and they're trying to insert it way too much back to how Bond is. It's like, listen, Casino Royale told us it can be dark, serious, doesn't have to be so cheesy and goofy, and it can work. And now they're just going back to how it is. It's like the same thing happened with Pierce Brosnan. Not to the same effect, but his movies got progressively sillier and sillier until he's on a wave and all that stuff. Like, god damn. And it's kind of happening to Daniel Craig. Not to the extent, but it's happening to him. I'm very disappointed in that. They're making it they're trying to harken too much to old Bond. You know what? We got old Bond. Daniel Craig can be serious. It's okay. Daniel Craig's still fantastic. Lea Seydoux, very good job as Bond girl. Not better than Vesper Lynd, but still, she did a good job. Dave Bautista as a fun, odd job type henchman. Christoph Waltz, as I said, terrible stuff to work off, still does really good in it. Ray Fiennes is great. They still do, like, all the acting is still good, but the writing, like really, some of the retconning where it's like, here's how it's all connected, and here's why Christoph Waltz is against Bond and all this. It's like, ooh, that was a bad choice. Some of the writing choices were really bad, and I did not go with them. But the action was also very good. Some great... The ski scene with the plane, come on, that was awesome. There was some really good action. Not all of it was perfect, but like the opening scene, Sam Mendes' direction of that, a long tracking shot. I got a like fetish for tracking shots, and that one was fantastic. His direction and the cinematography, still really good, still beautiful, but the script lets the movie down. The direction it goes, taking it way too much back to old Bond. I'm happy with serious Bond, and they're trying to make it serious, but still silly and cheesy, and it's not meshing. It's not... Spectre, a disappointment, but still fun. It's not the worst Bond movie by any means, but the song was, real quick to put it in there. Sam Smith and that opening Bond like intro thing, the song and the like opening montage thing that goes with the song. Yeah. Like a really unintentional comedy, I would say. I'll talk about that in a spoiler review, and I'll talk about all the stuff that pissed me off in a spoiler review. But Spectre was not terrible. A lot of people are treating it terrible. It's not, but it is a disappointment for sure. I would give Spectre a B. It still does a really good job, but they missed the mark on certain things. The tone's not meshing with what they're trying to do, but still a good movie, still enjoyable, but it kind of a far fall, especially after Skyfall, the highest highs. Definitely dropped down quite a bit. So yeah, comment below, tell me what you thought of Spectre. Stay tuned in a little bit. I'll be uploading my spoiler review of it. And then also I think I'll be doing a special... I was going to review all the Bond movies, but that's too many. So I'll do like a top 5 best and worst or something. So yeah, comment below, tell me what you thought of this movie and all that. Stay tuned for those videos. By the way, did you notice I was wearing this? Of course you did. I couldn't wear the suit the whole time, but I'm like, this is classy too. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.